The Fox Texas trio is back to discuss the interview with Governor Greg Abbott. Stephen, I was a little surprised the governor admitted that lawmakers need to come back, address the confusion over the abortion trigger law. Does that open the door for exceptions, you think?
Republicans are getting pressure, right, about this whole abortion issue across the country. But in Texas, I don't think it's going to be good for Governor Abbott to be talking about abortion, because that's the singular issue, in my opinion, that is going to galvanize people to the polls, especially the Democratic base, but independents and some Republicans. I don't know what the confusion is that Governor Abbott's talking about. Will Republicans feel pressure? Sure. Will they do anything? Likely not.
Greg, do you think that it may play well the promise for independent voters, moderate Republicans, to come back?
I don't think so. I mean, look, Greg Abbott is handcuffed to this extreme abortion ban, which 4 out of 5 Texans say they don't like. And so he's just going to have to live with it. I think he can claw some of those votes back with his Californication kind of line of attack, saying if you vote for Beto, we're going to look a whole lot more like California. So I think he's going to have to take his licks on the abortion issue and try to get those votes somewhere else.
This is for both of you. It seems that the governor and the Republicans are still trying to pin O'Rourke down on abortion. Does he support abortion on demand? Does this work?
Well, I think it can work. I mean, anytime you can catch your opponent on possibly flip-flopping or appearing to be a flip-flopper on any issue is something that's a good strategy. But again, I firmly think that the abortion issue is something that Republicans want to stray away from. Governor Abbott has had the right strategy, talking about the border, talking about inflation, blaming President Biden. Those are the things that's going to affect every American and every Texan when it comes to talking about inflation and money. Talking about abortion is something that's going to drive people to the polls.
Rudy, I think he can dodge that only so long. I mean, the fact that you're asking the question now and it's Labor Day weekend, he's going to have to answer that. Does he support abortion on demand? And he's not going to be able to make it until November 8th without answering that question.
You know, the governor, when pressed on gun ownership, he was up in North Texas recently and just said, well, the courts say that you can't put an age limit on it. Does that give him an out, Greg?
It may, but I don't think he budges on the Second Amendment. I think it's a winning issue for him. I think when he looks at his polling numbers, it's a winning issue for him. So I think he digs his heels in and says the Texas laws on guns are what they are.
A lot of people want that, Stephen, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's popular, but when it comes down to lawmakers actually voting, they know who their base is. And so I don't think that's something that's going to be something that's going to change in Texas.
Real quick, the governor has expanded bus trips to Chicago. What's the next city? I say San Francisco. Stephen?
L.A.
Greg?
How about Boston?
Oh, that's a good one. Now we'll have another look at the interview, and that can be found on our Fox Station's YouTube sites.
And we will continue the conversation on social media. You can follow us on Twitter and other social media sites to tell us what the next issue should be.
Join us next week as Texas The Issue Is takes on criminal justice reform with State Senator John Whitmire. We'll see you then, and make sure to let us know what you think the issue is.